When did you realize you were being gaslit by your entire family? When did you realize you were being gaslit by your entire family? I honestly never thought I'd be the person here typing out a story like this, but here we are, and honestly, typing it all out is making me realize how deep the rabbit hole goes. So I'm 28, living in a mid-sized city, and I've always been close to my family, or at least I thought I was. Growing up, everyone told me how special our family bond was. We had our quirks, sure, like any family, but I'd never have dreamed that underneath that perfect facade was a web of lies, manipulation, and outright gaslighting on a level I didn't think was possible, especially from the people who were supposed to love me most. It all started about 2 years ago. I began noticing weird patterns where my memories of events didn't match what my family insisted happened. At first, I chalked it up to normal misunderstandings, or maybe me misremembering, but it kept happening constantly. For example, I vividly remember saving up for months to buy my own car in high school. I was so proud of that car, but every single time I brought it up, my parents would laugh and say, "What car? You never had a car. You were always borrowing from your cousins." I confronted them one afternoon saying, "Seriously, Mom, Dad, I have pictures. Hell, I remember the exact day I bought it." They just smiled, looked at each other, and said, "Everyone remembers things wrong sometimes. You're mixing up stories again. No apologies, no acknowledgement." At first I thought maybe they were confused, but soon other stuff started to pop up. Family stories I was always told? Nope. Apparently they never happened. My accomplishment? You didn't do that. My feelings? You're too sensitive. You're making things up. It got to be so bad that I found myself questioning my own sanity. My sister would join in, subtly mocking me about things I think happened but did not. The worst was about my dad. For years I had confided in him about some pretty dark shit. I struggled with anxiety, and I was pretty open about it. But what I suggested we talk about therapy and maybe get help. He turned it around and said, "You're just making excuses. You're using anxiety as a crutch." When I pushed back, he said, "You must have made that up. Nothing's wrong with you." He'd casually call me crazy in front of guests, and everyone laughed it off like it was just a joke. Fast forward to about 6 months ago. I had started seeing a therapist and sharing everything I felt was off. Then I discovered that while I was struggling, my so-called supportive family was gossiping about me behind my backs, saying that I was unreliable, manipulative, and even mentally unstable. They had convinced my entire extended family to avoid me and to watch me because apparently they thought I might snap or do something dangerous. I was blindsided. The whole family apparently had a secret narrative about me that was nothing like the person I am. When I confronted my mom about why she told Aunt Lisa that I was a pathological liar, she furrowed her brows and said, "Why would I say that? You must have misunderstood." This was the full-blown gaslighting. The entire family's reality was my undoing. The tipping point was last month during my cousin's wedding. I tried to talk to my sister privately about all this, hoping for some support or at least an honest conversation. She smiled at me sweetly and said, "You really think you're the only one who's been hurt? Maybe we're just tired of your drama. You don't get to rewrite the past." Before I could answer, my aunt chimed in loudly, "Yeah, you always make everything about you. It's exhausting." I literally stood there in shock. It was like they were playing a coordinated game to erase me. But here comes my sweet revenge, and man, it feels so damn good. I'm a graphic designer by trade, and I work freelance. Over the years, I collected a lot of receipts, emails, and records of the abuse, gaslighting, and all the moments where they tried to twist reality. I even secretly recorded some conversations where they mocked me behind my back. I compiled everything into a detailed timeline and included screenshots of their texts, spreading lies about